Welcome to Figure Skating Land. This is your host, Jilly. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This week, I'm going to be talking about the key highlights from Japanese nationals. Now, I did not have access to all of the videos, and there were times where I did stay up to watch it, but then I would crash and fall asleep. I don't know why I think I can do it. I just can't. But thank you to the unsung heroes who did post some videos. So let's get into the key moments from this competition. My first key points I'm so freaking excited about is Wakaba Higuchi won the bronze, and I selfishly am excited that I get to see her in Boston. I cannot wait. I've never seen her skate live. I've been wanting to forever, and now I finally get to. One thing I'm also really majorly looking forward to when it comes to seeing her live is I want to see that damn step sequence in person. Oh my God, she was just on fire. It is just so amazing. She is so speedy. She also has the deep edges, that step sequence during the free program. It is amazing. I can't wait to see it. And I'm jealous that there's gonna be some people there with the towels. I must figure out how to get these towels. I found out that they're only in Japan and you can only buy them from Japan. So it sounds like we all need to find someone that can give us towels with Japanese skaters' names on it. So that is my mission because I want a Wakaba towel. Another key point is Kaori Sakamoto got her 5th nationals title. That is huge. And she also managed to get it without a triple in her free program. What happened was she turned out, I think, of her flip, and as a result she wasn't able to tack on what she needed to do to get combo, but she still managed to have a high score here. Now it is interesting because a lot of times when you think of Japanese nationals, you think about them really hammering it down on the scores here, but this I felt like was scored probably kind of how we usually typically see at nationals. But overall though, she oozes confidence now. I think she's finally feeling maybe more comfortable with her programs now. So she's starting to sell them to me a little bit more. Not as much as her programs from the past, but I will take it. I think I'm liking her tango program better, short program. What I really loved about nationals though is just really getting to see her personality. We're always wanting to find more personalities in figure skating. And what I absolutely loved was just how goofy she is. Every time that shines, it makes me laugh. She had the fish on her head, which I'm not quite sure what that was about. When she got her score, she had a beautiful reaction. She's just so fun. And so I remember I met her at Worlds, but I was too starstruck. I think I just walked up to her, was picture, and I didn't even talk to her. I'm looking back at that now, and yes, language should be different languages. But I realize now how awkward I was. Anyway, I just love her personality. And just seeing her reaction when Wakaba came to greet her whenever they were doing the medals, and she was just so happy and just so cheerful. At one point, she helped Wakaba with her medal. Oh, it was delightful. One thing I do wonder about is next year, if they allow the Russians, in which it sounds like they will at the Olympics, kind of how she's going to fare when it comes to the Russians. Now, her skating skills, unmatched. Japanese skating skills, freaking amazing. You just can't get that anywhere else. What I do wonder, though, when it comes down to elements, if we have a Russian skater that just has such a high technical arsenal, sorry, kind of Appalachian that one a little bit. But anyway, I just can't help but wonder how that is going to fare out. Because unfortunately, PCS scores have almost a cap, do have a cap to it. And so even though her skating skills and Wakaba's and all the others are unmatched, I don't think they're going to be able to go against, unfortunately, quads and or triple axles. And that's kind of heartbreaking to me that Kaori's had such a run of it, and then she may not get the Olympic gold. And so maybe though this will kind of keep her on her toes a bit, but I don't know. And her double axel is so huge, I wonder if she could potentially do a triple axel. I can't remember if she's ever done one or not. or if she's ever trained it or not. That might be something that could help her out. I mean, think of Eliana Castanaya, how she was always ahead in the short program, going to the free program because of a triple axel. So that might be something for them to consider, because I do worry with this technical content the way it is, it may not just honestly fare against the Russians. And it's nothing against her skating. Wonderful, amazing skater. It's just kind of how the system is. Not to shift topics back to Wakaba, but this is relevant. Could you imagine a podium at Worlds in Boston with Wakaba and Kaori? Oh, we need to see this happen because I want to see their interactions. Let's get this to happen. Oh my, if Wakaba gets a medal, I think I will storm the ice rink like someone does at a football field. But I don't know if I get arrested. But anyway, that would just, I feel like it would almost be like how we'd react in a home crowd if Wakaba got a medal. Somebody needs to be lighting candles, lighting sage. I need everything in the world because now I need this spoken into existence. This also means if the run through does their fantasy leagues that I love her to death, but somehow she does get that bad juju that Ashley does not pick Wakaba or Amber. Yuna Aoki announced possible retirement. So she was actually supposed to retire about a year ago, and then she changed her mind given that she was having such a successful late season last season, and now she is debating retiring. Like, I didn't get to see her free skate. I only got to see her short program, which looked fine. It seemed like maybe she made a couple errors in her free skate. It wasn't what I expected, kind of given the I'm going to retire reaction. There was one part of the interview that said that she wanted to retire. And keep in mind, this is translated from Japanese to English, so there could be some mistakes. But there was something in one of the articles I read where she wanted to retire before she stopped loving skating. And to me, that kind of stuck out. And I could see that, like, you don't want to be in a place where you're starting to hate what you're doing. You want to leave kind of on a high note. It does seem though she's going to be talking about this with her coaches. She made a post on Instagram that was like, we're going to talk about it when we're more relaxed. So we shall see kind of whatever she decides. I hope she decides what she wants the most. I selfishly want to see her skate in person, but I don't want her to see her skate in person if she is at a point where she's starting to hate skating. I do feel like we just kind of got to know her, and that's what kind of breaks my heart. And we shall see kind of how it shakes out. Fingers crossed that she makes whatever decision she wants, and we'll just kind of have to wait it out. Another key moment I want to talk about was Rino Matsuike. Unfortunately, we will not be seeing her at Worlds, but she is getting sent to 4 continents. She just struggled with her jumps a bit. Like in her free program, she ended up popping her sow count and got a lot of jumps called. It wasn't the strongest that we've seen, especially not the way, it was still very magical, but not the way that we saw it at, Skate Canada. Hopefully she gets kind of her jump squared away. Still though, like, even though she was 5th tier in some other magical land, she would have been probably much higher, but who she's going against, it's hard to make any kind of mistakes. I'm kind of devastated that we don't get to see her, but also maybe she'll repeat that free skate. I selfishly want her to. I need someone to call that into existence because I hope we get to see it next year as well. The short program just doesn't seem to be really a great vehicle for her this season. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe it's too fast paced. It just seems like she has the short program curse. It wasn't bad. In fact, this time around, she just got some cues called on it. It's just some kind of hurdle with her for them to figure out. But hopefully you can see her at Worlds next year. But at least we get to see her at 4 continents. And another key point was Nobunari Oda, 37 years old, and this man is skating and doing awesome at it. The crowd freaking loved him. I think I was awake for both his short and his free program. I didn't know his age quite back then. I say back then as if it was a long time ago when I was watching it. And I was so confused because I kept wondering, why is everyone in this stream saying father? They would say something dad, and it would just go on and on and on and on. And then finally I looked it up. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like a geriatric millennial like me. I believe this was his first time competing since, I feel like it's like 2014. Yeah, 2014. So he did awesome here, making 4th place. And he even had a quad attempt. All these people in their late 30s with the quad attempts lately, more power to y'all, because I just went skating recreationally the other day and my knee was hurting. So the fact y'all are out there spinning 4 times in the air and not having your knees explode on the way down, that is amazing. I love the crowd's reaction to him. I got to see the short program and some of the free program, like I said earlier, but the short program I got to pay more attention to because I was more alert. There was this one key point that I thought was kind of endearing. His sleeve needed moved up, and I swear to you, it looked like it was part of like his choreographics, like it was just part of the program. He just had this magical way of like, I'm gonna move my sleeve down, not up, I meant down. I'm gonna move my sleeve down, and it was fun. Like the overall thing and the crowd's reaction to him was beautiful. I don't know if this means he wants, continue skating. That would be pretty cool if he did. I just hope I get to see him again because he's just so joyful when he skates. I love when someone's joyful when they skate. And unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be going to 4 continents or worlds. I was kind of hoping he'd get that opportunity. But of course, maybe in the future, if he decides to keep competing. Actually, I am wrong. So it looks like in 2022, he decided to compete again, but it looks like he didn't do nationals. So I think it was first announced back about 2 years ago that he would be competing again, and then he didn't do nationals. So it doesn't seem like he just woke up as like, oh, I'm going to do the 2024 nationals. But still, that's awesome. In fact, it looks like he wasn't able to compete at nationals in the past due to incomplete reinstatement procedures. Don't quite know what that was. Like he apparently a year ago won Western Japan sectionals. So I am kind of excited that we got to see him skate here because now I put me down this rabbit hole and I better move on because now I'm gonna hit pause and record again every time I find something. So let's just move on to talking about Yuma. He won his first nationals title here. He's always been the bridesmaid, never the bride at this competition. I got to watch Yuma live, and I remember gasping and being afraid I was going to wake the whole house up when he fell on his triple axel. I believe it was a short program. That was unexpected. He isn't as solid as he once was. I'm not kind of quite sure what's going on. I do think what it looks like when I actually look at his content. So for his short program, like the quad sow, quad toe, triple toe, and then triple axel. So that was a lot of high technical content. And then looking at his free program, a lot of quads as well. I don't know if he's attempting to up his technical game because of Ilya. I do worry that is becoming kind of a block for him. The thing is though, something I hope he keeps in mind, if we think about his free program at finals, he could have won because Ilya got several calls. So if Ilya is not at his strongest, at his best, then Yuma could come in and be the bride and not the bridesmaid. But there does seem to be kind of something going on where this is, I think, his second year back after an injury. So we'll kind of see how he goes at Worlds. Hopefully he takes some time and decompresses and it really gets ready for Worlds and whatever kind of hang up is. The bull's gone, so maybe now the bull's gone, he can trudge on. I have to laugh, but I know my husband's gonna help me edit this and be like, what do you mean about the bull's gone? We need some backstory. But if you know, you know, that's all I'm gonna say. And so thank y'all for watching, and sorry I didn't get to watch that many videos, and so it's not as lengthy as usual, but I'll see y'all next time. And let me know if you're gonna go to US Nationals, and I would love to see some of y'all.